Hello, my name is Kim Bailey, and I'll be doing an analysis on Arcane for Media Analysis and Chris. So, what is Arcane? Arcane is a two-season Netflix series based on a popular video game, League of Legends. The series focuses on Piltover and Zaun, and two twinsies and their conflict with one another. The story follows two sisters, the oldest Vi and the youngest Powder, later Jinx, as they navigate the complexities of their relationship and the larger conflict of their world. So Arcane's Anomi. Arcane's Anom- Anomi comes in the form of Silco taking over Zaun. When Vander was in power, he had to deal with the Enforcers, where both would mind their own business. However, this unfortunately does not stay for long, as when Vander is killed, spoilers, and Silco takes over Zaun, the Zaun changes. So let's take a look. So see, everything is wild, graffiti everywhere, tattoos, basically kingpins or gangsters. And this is the bar scene. So it's not in this slide, it's in another slide, but and when that slide comes, you'll see the differences of when Vander was running Zaun compared to like Silco. So when Silco's in powers, everybody's like rowdy, um, basically at control. Alright. Arcane's alienation. Now this comes in the form of the Zaun, the Undercity, where the lower class is forced to live in the slums. Their way of life is literally different, where they had to wear dirty rags, whereas in Piltover everyone wears fancy clothing. So here we go. So yeah, compared to Zaun, this you could say everything is peaceful, but it's still like filthy and dirty. And the reason why I'm talking over this is to avoid copyright. But if you ever get a chance to watch the show, which you should, listen to the lyrics very closely, and specifically in this scene. And if you saw like Milo took in the brown kid took an apple from like one of those stands. And yeah. So yeah, this is like their way of life. And the bar is literally different. But again, can't show it because of copyright. So oh. So yeah, here is Zaun. Basically again, they're underground, it's filthy. The green represents like the toxins in the air, because they're underground, they have like no access to clean air. And you see like the rags, like Vi, Powder, Vander, Milo, and Kleiger. These are these characters like have to wear. Compared to Piltover, this is the council. Sorry, I couldn't get a fresh image, but basically you see how they're dressed. Basically royal, proper, clean. So yeah. Now the graphication. Now the graphication comes in the form of not only being a series based on the video game, but unique artistic styles it is presented in. Basically, like the CGI is beautiful. Usually, you don't see that all that much. People usually prefer 2D, at least in my crowd. But along with stellar voice casting, top tier music, and visuals that are spectacular to look at, and like it's no wonder it became like one of Netflix's most highly rated shows. And the merch, especially with Jinx, whose most of the merch is based on, like basically if you like see Jinx, it has anything to do with Arcane. And basically the gratification just comes from watching this beautiful show and seeing all the interconnected politics and whatnot. Now the myth. Now, the myth comes in the form of Hextech. One of the main characters, Jace, found a way to harness magic which is taboo in Piltover. Because of this, he's exiled and expelled. So let's see if it will play.
Arcane talents are something you're born with. They can't be fabricated.
Actually, I believe it is possible.
Has anyone even tried it before?
The arcane is the curse of our world. My race was nearly destroyed by it.
Surely we, the pioneers of science,
Yeah, so Jace is basically trying to prove that magic can be harnessed with science and like you see the faces like maybe he's not well, he's wrong. Like again, sorry I had to talk over this because copyright.
That's a burden that only I here carry. Time.
But you see why this is the myth.
It corrupts, consumes, lays waste to civilizations. That cannot happen here, my boy.
So yeah, Heimerdinger is basically saying you can't do this because he is basically the Dumbledore or the Gandalf, basically the really, really old mentor that knows what he's talking about since he saw it firsthand. And let me see where if he is. Let's just skip to the part where he gets expelled. If
from the academy, in this matter, a lesser sentence may suffice. I move that Jace be summarily expelled from the academy and remanded to the care of his parents. All those in favor?
So yeah, at the end you saw there, his mother basically came to defend him and basically said he is sick, he does not know what he's doing. Release him into my care. You won't have to deal with him. And basically that is how he was like expelled from the academy. Oh.
Arcane.
And let's see over there. And that is basically it. Here's my analysis chart. Hopefully I did correctly, Dr. Childress. Anyways, thank you for having me in your class this semester. I really enjoyed it, especially the discussions we had. All right. And if anybody else, and if she's showing this to a class right now in 2026 or 2027, go watch Arcane. It's a really good show, especially season 1. Season 2, you're gonna have to find out yourself.